When I clicked Save and Continue from Secondary Transition, it took me to the next section of Annual Goals. Before, when you clicked Yes, if there was an area that needed specially designed instruction, it is automatically going to populate those areas for you. It will populate and it will have in writing here in these boxes the present level performance that you had written in the other box. It's not populating anything for me because I've not entered a present level. This will be your details of the annual goal, and we'll click on that in just a minute. It's going to tell you how many goals you have in that area and the number of objectives that you have developed. This becomes very handy, especially when you work on it a little bit and you go away and come back. You can see, okay, what area do I still need to add something? Am I still working? Or if I'm getting an error in math that I only have one objective, and I can look here and say, no, I put two, but it's only showing one. Remember, you have to have two objectives for each annual goal. So when I click on the add and delete goals, it's going to say, oh, you don't have any goals. Right. So I'm going to come up to the blue box and say, I want to add a goal. And so I'm writing this annual goal. It's a very in-depth annual goal. And I'm going to hit save and continue. So now I have my annual goals for reading. It's always going to tell you where you're at. You're in reading. Is this a goal for extended school year? If it is, you'll check yes, but otherwise leave it blank. To the right, you will see goal details and objectives. This is where you're going to add your short-term objectives for that goal, but first you have to answer some questions about the goal. Number one, is this goal related to the transition goals that you developed previously? If you are in middle school and high school, you need to make sure you have goals that your goals are related, that there is a connection. It will help you out. Is assistive technology required? If you clicked yes in the special factors, yes, assistive technology is required. How are you going to measure progress? You have to have two measures of progress. And this gives you a drop-down box of many, many choices for you to choose from. Remember, whatever you choose, when it comes time to progress monitor, that is the specific type of information that you will have to enter when it comes time to progress monitor. It's very, very important that we keep everything connected and as specific as possible and not just say anecdotal notes. Because remember, anecdotal notes don't stand up in court. And then mastery criteria. This box is tricky. I had sent you a tip and a trick about this one. If my mastery criteria is I want the student to perform at 80% mastery, I'm just going to put the number 80 and I'm not going to put the percentage sign. If you put the percentage sign, it will give you an error and it will not continue. So I'm going to delete that so it's not there. So you just put the number of your mastery. Now I'm going to come here to add objectives. You can add as many objectives as you want, but you must have two objectives for every annual goal. When you have entered what you want, save and continue. And then your objectives will show up. If you put them in the wrong order, just like previously, of where you could change the order of the present levels or the order of the goals, you can change the position of the objectives to rearrange them. If you don't like it and you want to delete it, you can click that box and save and delete the objective that you put in. It's going to give me a red sign because I didn't answer all these questions. So I'm going to have to cheat the system, go back out to IEP, come back to my annual goals, and then continue. This will also be helpful for you to know, hey, has a related service put in their information? Then you can come check if the student had related services. Oh, speech has entered their stuff. Good, I can go on. Or, oh, I need to remind so-and-so that little Johnny's IEP is coming up. Can they get their information in the system? And when you have all of the details for your goals entered and your objectives, save and continue. It's going to give me lots of red saying that I need goals in each area and that I need at least my 2 objectives. So again, I'll cheat the system, come back out to IEP, and move to the next area of services.